Good afternoon. Had a little trouble the last couple of days with the phone, not want to record right. Took it to the T-Mobile store. Guy did a few things, didn't seem like it worked right, so I'm just calling in my, just getting an exchange. You know, it's under warranty for another year, so it's good. I'm just going to get it exchanged. I wish this would just turn all completely white. I still don't know what's going on with these eyebrows. They were gray a few years ago. It seems like every time I get sick, they change colors. But anyway, so nothing good going on in the government. I don't understand. They keep on hopping about the so-called classified documents they found in Trump's place, but they supposedly found more in Uncle Joe's summer house. This guy keeps on talking about how he's the poorest member of Congress or something. My leg keeps jumping. But yet he had a summer house and in 4 houses altogether, I thought I heard. Nobody's poor that's in Congress. But anyway, we're going to end up with a Republican president the next time. But he's just destroying his body right now. He's obviously has no confidence in his vice president, so she's not going anywhere. But yeah, we're going to end up with some Republican. But one of the Kennedys is running again. Bobby Jr. I guess he is. Son of Robert Kennedy. The good thing about the Kennedys is like all his shit's already out in the open, so like what are they going to do? And he's been working like for charity stuff most of his life, so I don't think they're going to attack anything. But oh sure, bring back the Kennedys. Why not? The redhead there screwed up a couple of years ago by running for senator, and the party probably told him, "No, it's not your turn." They had to give it to Ed Markey. Fucking Ed Markey. My God. See, that's how it works. As I said before, we don't decide. The party decides. And I think, little Kennedy there had a little too much hubris. If he had waited 6 more years, if he'd waited like now, I think Markey's probably going to be done by the time his is up. But yeah, I guess the new thing is see if we can last to 90 or 100 in Congress. Oh, God, I don't know. But anyway, he was probably told that. He's probably told it. They don't have quite the political push anymore. I mean, they have nobody in Congress. They have nobody anywhere. There's like 312 of them, and they're a mess. But, maybe you can try, he can come back again. Not likely. You have to stay there for a few years. You have to establish yourself. You have to figure out what you're going to stand for and stand on, and you're going to stay there several years. With Uncle Ted, it was the healthcare thing. He tried as he may. I mean, whatever we ended up with, it's not any good. I mean, if you make any decent amount of money, you want to get healthcare on your own, it's costing you $1,000 a month. That's not okay. It's not okay. I don't think anybody, regardless of what they make, should be paying that much. I think you should be paying one flat thing. And somebody would still make money off it. That's what insurance companies do, but just make Obamacare, Romney Care. I remember looking into it a few years ago just because I was curious. It was $800 if you made over like 25 grand. 25 grand doesn't get you anywhere in this world, but and $800 on top of it. And I always say this: why isn't anybody investigating why they can charge $1,000 for a 15-minute office visit? That ain't shit, you. I remember a couple of years ago it was $750 for me. I don't understand that. I don't understand what. So like every doctor's office is some existing office building. It's no more medically done than anybody else. They bring in a few machines and put on some, what do you call it? The clothes they wear, whatever. But they're not paying a fortune in rent here. They get doctors that have been out of school for years, and they're running these guys at every 15 minutes to a half an hour for the appointments. Why are they charging so much? But nobody ever looks into that, you know. We have to provide insurance. We have to provide insurance. Yeah. Why do things cost $1,000 when they really shouldn't? Why was insulin so high? You know, for a 100-year-old drug, because more people became diabetic. That's why. It's like gas. It's like so on anything. The more the people want it, the price goes up. I never thought that's how stuff was supposed to work. You know, I remember when VCRs were like a couple of grand, and they were like that for a while, and then all of a sudden, one year they dropped. Shares had one for $400. I bought it. The demand got so great, the price dropped. It's happened with TVs. It happens with a bunch of other things. Of course, it doesn't happen with cars, oil, gas, electricity. It's because basically they think we're all stupid. That's what it is. Eggs are still $6 a dozen. They're eggs. I mean, I don't think they made an improvement on them. Every so often there's some kind of disease. A few years ago it was pork, so bacon went up to like $6 a pound. So now there was some kind of chicken disease or something. How do we know that? Nobody ever shows proof or anything. You know, they don't come up with like, you know, dumpsters full of dead chickens or dead pigs or anything else like that. So, you know, you start a rumor doesn't stay a rumor very long nowadays. A rumor becomes fact after the first person shares it. That's all it is. So somebody looks at it, they look at the internet and go, oh my God, look at that. Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, look at that. Chill the fuck out, people. Please. Please. I've been through everything possible back in the cyclamates back in the 60s. Oh, it's causing cancer in mice or rats or whatever they used. Well, yeah, if they pumped you up with it like every single day, you'd probably drop dead too. Red dye is back again. I thought that was banned. Everybody just needs to relax. Just need to find a way to meditate. I'm doing it right now. For real. It's not that difficult. You don't need books, pamphlets. Pick some of your favorite music out and blast it so everything in your head just empties out of your left ear. And just relax and breathe. You'll feel it in your body instantly. Just make the decision to do it. Way too many people get their finger on the trigger in this world right now. Way too many. Of course, if it does happen, I hope it happens the way it happened in Planet of the Apes. You know, I'm not going to be around when people can't talk, but apes can, and drive cars and fly helicopters. See, the original book, they could do all that stuff, but they didn't have the budget to do it, I guess, in the movie, so they rode horses. But the original book by Pierre Boulez, they drove cars, and then they did it in the cartoon, though. They had helicopters and shit. But I think that would be pretty good, you know. If I was alive, I guess I'd have to run around in a loincloth. But nobody really wants to see that. But wouldn't talking apes be cool? The girl is a prick, so. The chimps are all right. But they were doing experiments on humans. You know. I love Cornelius. When Caesar comes along, because the chimps travel back in time. 3 of them, where one of them is instantly murdered, pretty much, by a gorilla. When he's the smartest one and knows pretty much like all the shit that should be going on, but he gets killed. I think Paul Williams played him, the singer, the little guy with the blonde hair and glasses. I think that was him. Anyway, so they go back in time, and then everybody quickly gets over the fact that they're talking, and the chimps are drinking champagne, and they're dressing in regular clothes, and everything's cool, and then she's pregnant, and Caesar ends up being the baby, and boy, the shit hits the fan after that. I won't spoil for you if you've never seen them, but I've seen them all so many times. So many times. Some of my favorite movies. Some people will go, "Oh, Casablanca is the greatest." Yeah, well, see Planet of the Apes and see if you think Casablanca is all that great. Well, Gone with the Wind. I just saw it in the window and had to have it. But anyway, I mean, come on. Planet of the Apes is just fantastic. Fantastic movies. They're genius. It's the snobs and the gurus, gnomes, and trolls that always think that have to tell us what's best for us. But I know what's best for everybody. Don't you believe me? Just what problems do you have? I'll solve your problems. I'll solve your problems. I'll just watch my infomercial. Anyway, I think that's about enough for now. I'm watching the Red Sox game. They still suck again. They have no pitching. Sale walks first 2 guys, strikes out the next 3, and then gives up in the next couple innings 3 runs. Devers just hit a home run. Score is currently 3-2, no outs. It's the 4th inning, and it is because I watch everything on record, okay? I've hardly watched anything live. So the game's already an hour and a half in. I'm only in the 4th inning, but whatever. So Karen's been cleaning all day. I've been staying out of her way. Have I been staying out of your way? She's nodding her head. She doesn't want to be star of the day. I don't know where my co-host is. He's running around the house earlier, just drawing across tables and just knocking shit down. He may be acting this way because he knows we're going somewhere. We got our bags packed. So Grandma Margaret will be over to watch him.